Namaste, Divine Beloveds, and welcome to Just Thinking with the Masters, a space to find tools and practices to help deepen your spiritual awareness, consider spiritual ideas from sacred texts, ancient wisdom, and transcendent whispers from the ones whom I call the mentors. I'm Carol, your host, and honored to serve as your spiritual mentor, guide, and companion on your journey. To learn how to work with me or study with me, click the link in the blog post or the video description. Now let's jump right into our talk for this moment. I'm just thinking with the masters on the notion of authenticity. In both accounts of the gospel according to Matthew and Mark, Jesus asked his followers, "Who do people say that I am?" Have you ever asked that question of yourself? Have you asked that question to anyone else about yourself? That's a very bold question, and it takes a good bit of courage to ask it of yourself. Departing from the traditional interpretation of the scripture, using Jesus' question to stimulate introspection, Jesus wasn't asking about the buzz. He knew what people were saying about him, what they witnessed, heard, and experienced. You can imagine that he wondered how all of that translated in the thoughts of people. Were they getting it? Do you wonder sometimes if people are getting you? He wasn't asking what they thought of his deeds. He asked his followers specifically not what, but who the people were saying he was. Then he asked an even more poignant question. Who do you say that I am? By his deeds, the people in the villages and outskirts of the cities perceived him as a healer and teacher. He was with his followers day and night. They knew him up close. He was asking if there was harmony between the man the people saw and the man his followers knew, between his public persona and the man he was in his inner circle. Big, bold question. Perhaps he was more concerned about who the followers thought he was. Is everyone seeing the same thing? It takes a bit of courage to go there. Can people trust who or what they see? Authenticity is a matter of integrity. Dare to think about it and ask yourself some questions. Who am I? Am I projecting my authentic self or a copy of someone else? Am I coming across in the way I hope? To be your authentic self, you must be well acquainted with yourself and accept yourself as a product of God's handiwork, a manifestation of divine imagination, a unique, individualized expression of God, a living reality of particular facets, aspects, and dimensions of God, brought to life by the very breath of God. Perfections and imperfections are perceptions. A person dissatisfied with their self will try to find someone else to be. Take your eyes off of what you see as both perfections and imperfections. Perfections and imperfections are perceptions based on changing and relative standards defined by the human ego. The higher truth, divine beloveds, is perfections and perfect imperfections shape the product, perfect for its purpose. Here's an affirmation. I am perfect for my purpose. I am perfect for my purpose. On the matter of spiritual gifts, consider spiritual gifts within the framework of this thought. Think of them in terms of being a part of a larger whole, the big picture of God's human tapestry. Positioning yourself in that framework will open your eyes to how and where you fit in. Think of yourself in practical terms. Your personality, your habits, your tendencies, your attitudes. What excites and motivates you? What makes your heart sing? You are who you are, you know. From the divine imagination, the divine imaginative spark in that moment. That is your authentic self. I'm Carol, and I'm just thinking. My work is to guide you to the divine light within, to help you discover knowledge of your power, to be what you came here to be, and the courage to do what makes your heart soar. If this speaks to you and your desire to move forward in your spiritual development, book a Spiritually Speaking one-on-one with me. The link is in the description, and see all the ways we can stay connected. Embrace your journey with gratitude. I'll see you in the spirit next time.